Guys, without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing as the red Terran pieces. Give it up. It is Selbster. Ugh. And in the bottom right, in the blue, playing as the Protoss pieces. Give it up. It is BreaDy. Is that the birthday one? Oh no, that's the Atlanta pool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Got different logos. It's cool. Alright. Alrighty, so TvP. Seen how good BreaDy is in his TvP or PvT? Will we see him go for that same kind of style? So far, going to go into a gateway, probably expand behind this as well. Being as annoying as possible. Oh. Summer's Court gonna fall down as well. And we see Selbster just scouting out, wants to see what's going on, sees at least one gas being taken. I guess he could assume the other one's being taken as well. Sees the expansion, so knows, okay. He's not going some kind of one base crazy all play on me. He's gonna play a little bit of a macro game. And we'll see what he does. He has his Reaper going across the map, trying to find some place to go. And BreaDy, that probe. What are you doing with that probe? Spam the spaghetti to help BreaDy pasta. Oh man, you guys are funny. You guys are too much. Alrighty, going in a little deep. Gonna lose the Reaper, but does kind of scout, sees the robotics facility and all of the other accoutrements to the Protoss base. Following up with the factory play, we are going to have a couple of barracks coming out, and behind this we do see the Marines having an important part. Starport coming down behind this as well, looking to go into a mine drop. Yeah, BreaDy is 3732 and Selbster is 3700, so it's literally a MMR difference of 32 between these two players. Yeah. There you go. Should be a good match overall, but I am kind of concerned. Selbster's overall win rate in TvP is at a 30%, where BreaDy's PvT is at a 65%. So a really good PvT is actually his best matchup at the moment. So, coming into this, BreaDy's definitely got to be feeling pretty confident. Gonna be Starport, or excuse me, a tech lab on the Starport. And as we see the bunker, or excuse me, the barracks and all of that coming through. Trying to get some kind of army up and together. Third base already done here for BreaDy though. Just loves to expand. double forges coming out, and even adding on some additional gateways. Quality Council robotics facilities are going to be getting some more of that juicy Colossus action. Liberator coming through. Does get a couple, which isn't bad. We'll almost get a Stalker as well. But so far just not real good here for Selbster, as he is trying to get his economy up and running. This macro, pretty good. But can he expand? Can he continue on with that? Going into double mines behind this, and we've seen BreaDy actually go quite heavily on Zealots a lot, so I think those mines might be pretty good. First Colossus is out. Second Colossus, nowhere to be found just yet, but we have extended thermal lance, speed, and DT Shrine coming through for BreaDy. Can Selbster garlic this BreaDy, or will the carbs be too much? Find out next time on Diamond Heroes. Picks off the Overseer, or excuse me, the Observer. That'll at least allow him to have a little bit more access with the mines. Doesn't have the upgrade yet for the mines either, so they're still going to be kind of slow. He does see that there is a third base at least. Sent Thermal Lance about 5 seconds away from finishing up, and we do have an attack coming down here at the bottom. Actually, the Raven a little exposed. It's going to come straight down. Automatic pull here for the Protoss, knowing exactly what's coming. And I almost think he just needs to go across now. It's already set up. Additional warp-ins coming in as well. There's tons and tons of Zealots. Automatic response there. Pretty good coming out from BreaDy. Selbster trying to find another point of attack. I don't know. It's too much. Yeah, a couple of good Widowmine shots will go off. Actually, the Raven shutting down the Colossus as well will force BreaDy back for the time being here, but Selbster needs to be careful. He's trying to focus down the Colossus, not going to be too much. And Disruptor's out. Gonna have to pick up some units, and unfortunately Selbster not able to get it taken care of, and we'll have to back up. Behind this, BreaDy taking another base. We do finally see a third coming out here, but the DTs are out, and so far killing a ton of units here. Oh man, he has a... Oh, this is just so bad. He's got a DT in every base. So far, 24 workers have fallen. Does he actually get that other one? He did, okay. This one in the main still doing damage. This one here still dealing damage. 29 workers have fallen. He's out of range. Oh man. The DT's still alive. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh man. 30 workers have fallen. This third base getting close to being on fire. Alright, so he does eventually take a huge pickup there for BreaDy. He's going to start moving across the map now. showing why he has such a high win rate in PvT. It's not because Protoss is broken. It's not because Protoss is imba. It is because of the strong plays. And even hallucinating a couple of units there. There we go. And yeah, just gonna go straight into the base. Oh, beautiful disruptor shots. Gonna just eliminate everything there. And yeah, there's nothing left here for Selbster. He's trying to build something up, but most of his supply is in medevacs at the moment. Gets a couple of stalkers for Widowmine, but that's about it. And there you go, with the disruptors, with the Colossus, GG will be called, and BreaDy is going to take game number 1. GG's. GG's. So, let's go ahead and jump into game number 2, and let's see, can BreaDy take it, or will Selbster take things back? Alrighty guys, without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, playing as the Red Terran pieces, give it up, it is Selbster. And in the top left, in the blue, playing as the Protoss, is BreaDy. Are you done? Alright. Go ahead. There you go. Aw. I didn't want your turd. There we go. Alrighty, cool. So, as we get into game number 2, BreaDy opening up with that annoying little probe move. Control. Huh? What are you talking about, Max? I know how to do this. I gotcha. There we go. Factory play coming out from Selbster. Having to use quite a bit of resources there. Can have an expansion. BreaDy is such a greedy Protoss, but it's like his builds are very clean, and he is just able to get not only his expansions up, he's able to tech up. A lot of Terrans that seem to just kind of sit back, they do the same kind of style of this Widowmine drop, which has its effects. It can be really good, but when you have a player that is so used to playing against it and knows exactly what to do, and his build is specifically designed to counter that, it just makes it really hard. You have to kind of think out of the box here, and so far looks like we might have that. It's going to have a couple of Marines coming out from Selbster. He's got the starport finishing up, and going into. Is he going to put that on the tech lab, or does he want to send? Okay. Is he going Banshees, or is he going to do Raven? I want to know, is it Banshees or Ravens? It's going to be Banshees. Okay, I like it. (111) 4cc. Yeah. Yeah, he's it's basically an all-in at this point for BreaDy. I've actually done this, but this actually reminds me. This is a build I used to do back in Heart of the Swarm. You get a good amount of Marines, you get a couple of tanks, maybe 3 at the most, and then you push across with the Banshee and all of your units. It's a very aggressive kind of all-in style. Will we see it come into play? Banshee is going to come across the map. We see the Marines and stuff still staying at home. Yes, Banshees, yeah, I know. Selbster just putting everything that it can into this already, though. Quite a bit of stalkers. We've got additional gateways on the way. And cloaking not yet done. Still got about 10 seconds left on it. We'll come in and start trying to put some aggression on additional pylons to try to help out. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Kind of unfortunate there. I would have liked to see him move out with everything at the same time, but it causes an earlier response from BreaDy, and it's just one of those things that's like, well, if you would have just pushed with everything, he wouldn't have had to respond with 4 extra freaking gateways. Twilight Council coming down. Alright, Banshee is going to be coming into play now. There's still quite a bit of stalkers here, and with that shield battery, might find himself in some trouble. If he can get set up with the tanks, if he had, I would have loved to see him throw down a bunker with this, honestly. Yeah, not too bad. Again, this is a really good map for like these choke points and stuff like that. The tank's dealing quite a bit of damage. There's no energy left in the shield battery, so nothing's going to be able to get healed. And looks like Selbster may have just figured out the greediness of BreaDy, changing it up. Takes out all of the stalkers. Additional stalkers are trying to get warped in. There is an immortal on the way, but with the Banshees and everything else, I think it might be a little bit too much here. "22 probes have fallen." Gonna also lose the nexus there. Additional stalkers trying to get warped in. There is also a warp prism out. Try to maybe micro some of this, but just so much damage being taken out here. And, you know, I just don't know if BreaDy can do it. Does this cause BreaDy to kind of change his strats up a little bit, knowing that that aggression is there? You know, we kind of talked about this, how, you know, BreaDy's whole design is structured around countering the mines. GG. GG's. I think the biggest issue was BreaDy just BreaDy took a lot of damage from the tanks. If you look, the army just kept getting shot with the tanks. So when the actual engagements happened, I mean, the shields were basically already gone. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 3 here. And let's see who ends up taking the match. Alrighty. Or is it a best of 3 or is it a best of 5? Can someone clarify, is it the next round that goes to best of 5? Or is it this round? It's... no. Alright, guys. Anyways, in the top left-hand corner, in the red, playing as the Terran Pieces, give it up. It is Selbster. Gimli, you cannot cast. Silly cat. And in the bottom right, in the blue, playing as the Protoss pieces, give it up. It is BreaDy. Okay, it must be the semis is when it turns to best of 5. Okay. Oh no, I was thinking it was turning this time. Okay. Alrighty, so BreaDy again coming over here with the pro, always trying to be annoying as possible. What are you doing, you cat? And you know, not gonna get too much done this time. Behind this again, going for the expansion. We see the cybernetics core coming out as well. And we're gonna go into some other styles now. Cat casting. Both players green that. Okay. He does, man. He will sit there and just continuously, Mom, Mom, Mom. It's like, what? He's like, I just want love. He can be a pest sometimes, but we'll see what these players do. So far, Selbster is going to go into an expansion, playing pretty standard so far. Nothing too crazy. Reaper trying to find some way in here, but with the Adept already available, will be taken out. And now, the question becomes, what does BreaDy do? He's going into a robotics facility, so we should be seeing some more of that Colossus play that BreaDy just loves to go into. Spam this RNG for cat casting. Yeah. It'd either be this or Simon. Gimli, he's fast acting. I think Simon's out in the boat. There's a boat in our backyard. It's not even our boat, but somehow there's a boat in our backyard. He loves like being a pirate in it. I think he's a pirate cat. But so far looking, looks like we are gonna have ourselves kind of a repeat of game number 1 with the Widowmine drops. It didn't get a whole lot of damage last time, and on Ephemeron, obviously with the longer distance, maybe it's what needs to be done. BreaDy thinking because of the distance, there's not going to be any rushes or anything. Just go more greedy, which we do see a third base coming out from him, but we'll see. Robotics Bay and additional gateways going to be coming down, and behind this, sitting in the observer, we'll see kind of what is on the way. At least he's the 1-1 with the barracks attic on. Has he seen? Okay, I think he does know at least that there is. He knows that there are Widow Mines available, and already we do see some units around. I wouldn't mind seeing him kind of come down here, even though it would get scattered out. I think he might be able to get a little bit more damage done that way. We need a C stream. Gimli and Simon, the other casting Archon. Yeah. Something like that. Which, it's funny, like, as we see this drop getting ready to happen, I'll talk about it briefly, but we named Gimli because he is a dwarf cat. And Gimli was obviously a dwarf off of Lord of the Rings, so it kind of fit. Yeah, Acropolis is pretty small. It does feel like a little bit wide. The reason why it feels like a longer map is just because of how the layout is designed, but it is very short comparative to Ephemeron. I think Ephemeron's like the biggest map that we have in the pool right now. Ooh, no response yet here. Oh, no response yet here from the Protoss. One mine is going to be burrowed. The second one could be by the... 6 probes. Gonna go down to automatic pull towards the. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. Not too bad. Obviously, the observer keeping tabs on everything, and now we have extended thermal lance being researched behind this with Colossus. Looking like BreaDy just playing the game. He's just getting his upgrades, getting his tech going through. Twilight Council is down, and Charge is almost finished up here for the Protoss. Third base is getting going as well. And yeah, I mean, everything's looking pretty good. Just going to be Mines, Marauders, Marines. Anything that starts with M is going to be in Selbster's army. Oh, Triton's bigger? I always felt like Triton was small. I think Ephemeron just seems even bigger because of the bridges and stuff. You leave that other cow alone. Alright, so Marines are going to start making the way across the map. We already have 2 Colossus out here for the Protoss, so this is going to be a dangerous push here for Selbster. He needs to get on top of this or somehow get some good damage. There is no detection with this army, so has the potential to get some damage done. Ooh, gonna pull the old switcheroo here. Units trying to go back into the natural. Gonna drop in here is the Terran. And not gonna be able to get really too much done. Doesn't even pick up much. Does get out with most of his army there though. And, you know, really good plays coming from both sides. But Selbster needs to find some other pathway to get into it. I wouldn't mind seeing them do maybe a little bit of a drop in the main and then come in the front. We'll see if it happens. Shall not pass the bridge if there's an... It's like, you shall not pass the bridge if it's not... And if it goes on, it's like the quote that should have just stopped at you shall not pass. But it's just like a run-on sentence. Alright, so BreaDy going to go for a 4th base now. He's already added on additional gateways to get those warpins available. And coming out to play, not a whole lot of army here for the Terran. Finally deciding to stem at the last moment. And doesn't get too much. Oh no, there's no detection. Not too bad. Able to take out a lot of the stalkers. Quite a few of the zealots as well, so not too bad. Doesn't that look like a sword? If you look at the mini-map, I don't know if you guys can see it. That looks like a little sword in the base there of Selbster. Yeah, I mean, this is a really small force coming over here for BreaDy. He does have +2, however. But I think there's enough here that Selbster can just clean this up. Yeah, he's definitely got enough Vikings for the Colossus. And yeah, just gonna get right on top of everything. Yeah. A little bit of misplay there from BreaDy. It actually puts him behind quite a bit. He does have that 4th base coming up. But oh no. I spoke too soon. 38 workers being lost here. Nice runaround coming out from BreaDy. Even a DT? Oh man, this, units everywhere. 48. Another DT going into the 3rd. Oh man. Selbster falling apart. He has the army advantage, but no workers now, essentially. 50, 51. Oh, my Terran heart. This is the doom drop in the natural 2 base. Yeah, this is just crazy. This is insane. BreaDy and his DTs, man, are just insane. Well, yeah, he's sitting at a lot. He's able to even out the supply as well. 24 workers to 60. Oh, man. He's got blink DTs on the way. Gateway's coming down. That's really weird, too, because, like, he's still throwing in a couple of Colossus, but he forces the opponent to go into Viking tag, and then just completely shifts to where it's like those Vikings are essentially useless. You just still have to be careful, though. Army here for Selbster is pretty good. There's some... They're both at 2-2 as well. Gonna throw some more zealots across the map. Oh. Your opportunity comes every time if you're a Protoss. Yeah. Gets a couple of kills, but yeah, there's nothing here. And there's one mine. Alrighty. We'll be able to get the 4th base, however, down here at the bottom. The DT's gonna come in as well and just wrap around this army. Doesn't even get the Colossus either. Oh man, that's unfortunate. It was looking like Selbster was in a good position, but now with the DTs, forcing out scans and dropping down the Vikings. Oh, just losing everything. And there you go, BreaDy coming up. Still has units in his natural, killing off his stuff. GG will be called. BreaDy gonna take the victory. And move on to the semis.